Hi everyone, welcome back to the Geordie View, and unfortunately our unbeaten home record has come to an end, losing 2-0 to Liverpool. The same club that gave us our only defeat of the first half of the season have now given us, away from home in Anfield, have given us our second defeat of the season, and our first at St James's Park. Obviously we should have had a point at Anfield, but on this occasion there's no complaint about the result. Just really, really frustrated. It's one of those nights where I felt like anything that could have went wrong did go wrong. Looking at the start 11, I was a bit surprised that Anthony Gordon still didn't start. We paid 45 million for him, and we've got Joe Willock out. You think he's going to start, but he started Elliot Anderson instead. I mean, I think it baffles us more that Gordon didn't start, considering that he's played for Everton in the Carabao Cup, so he cannot play next weekend. And apart from that, it was the same 11. But we had chance early on. Almiron was played through, but his first touch let him down, and Alisson made the save. But the goal for Liverpool, cracking ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's been criticised not for his defending, but he is good going forward. He finds Núñez, who fires at home. And VAR did check for offside, but it wasn't offside. But where the issues is, looking at the replays, I mean, this would have been harsh on Núñez if it was disallowed for this reason, but could the not have checked for handball? I mean, really, then again, the defence should have done better. It's just frustrating, considering this lad, everyone's took the piss out of him for the price tag and his start so far at Liverpool. Of course, he could, he'd probably come good eventually. I mean, it might just be a case of him adapting to the league, because the Portuguese league isn't nowhere near as good as the Premier League. So I think he can definitely come good, but just really, really frustrating. And as for the second goal, I think it was a Trent again who played the ball into Gakpo, who did really well in the World Cup. He didn't have the best of starts at Liverpool, but he did get his first goal against Everton Monday night, and you'd probably say that's given him confidence now. He fires it in for 2-0. Again, poor defending. It's just really frustrating. We're 2-0 down in the first 20 minutes. And then it just gets worse. Alisson catches a free kick. He plays a brilliant ball down to Salah. But Pope comes out. He should have just headed it out instead. Maybe he's got. You could argue with him slipping, but he handles the ball, and when you do that as a keeper, it's always going to be a red card. I was just so livid at that point. 2-0 down, and then we'll lose the goalkeeper at the worst possible time to an injury. Sorry, suspension. Dubravka came on, and to be fair, he was very good. I was impressed with him when he came on, because I know it didn't work out for him at Man United, but good performance from him. It's a shame he's cup tied for the final, but we'll get on to that later. But we had chances. ASM did really well. It's great. This gentleman, Isak, Liverpool were marking him out. He tried, but Liverpool marking him out the game. Again, very frustrating when you've seen, them concede 3 goals each against Brentford, Brighton and Wolves recently, but they've stepped up defensively. I think Van Dijk being back's probably helped that. But ASM, he was definitely our best player on the pitch on Saturday. He cut in, has a shot that's saved brilliantly by Alisson, tipped onto the bar. We also hit the bar from Burn from a corner. You probably think he should be scoring that. I'm surprised he hasn't got a header yet. He still hasn't. That goal against Leicester still is only one for the club. Early on in the second half, we created a chance. ASM, ball into Isak, on the turn, fires it just over the bar. But you know what it is, we were creating chances even though it went down to 10 men. I felt Van Anderson had to come off for Dubravka because of the red card. I was hoping he'd take his chance, but shame when that's had to happen. Unfortunately, you have to sacrifice somebody. Núñez had a good chance. Dubravka saved that. Liverpool, they were creating chances. They were trying to walk in him, but we did a lot better in the second half. We did better, actually, when we went down to 10 men. But it was just frustrating. We had loads of chances. We didn't take. Cher had a header wide. And the big chance was when Gordon came on. You're thinking, we're going to get a goal here. He played it, and Wilson who'd come on. Wilson, saved by Alisson. If that, I think Wilson knows he needs to be sparing that. If that's Chris Wood or somebody who, I would said has been called absolutely useless, like we've had Riviere, Joslu, or you'd be having a go at him there. But I suppose Wilson, he knows he needs to score that chance. But yeah, the game finished 2-0. I was just depressed coming out. How badly the game, how things had just all went wrong for us, and then having a goalkeeper out of the game. It's an absolute nightmare. It felt like that 6-0 defeat we had against them from 2013. It felt like that game all over again. But away from the match, I've got to say, brilliant tribute to Sir Bobby Robson on what would have been his 90th birthday. Flags from War Flags, mentioning all the teams that he played for and managed, and then a big circle flag in the East Stand for him. So that was fantastic to see. But just a shame we couldn't get a result for him on his birthday. But obviously, on something that's more important than the match, sadly, we found out that on Saturday morning that Christian Atsu has passed away in the earthquake. Of course, a former player of ours for 5 years. He came in on loan from Chelsea, helped us to get back into the Premier League. That free kick against Cardiff, that Brighton game where he had that shot that ended up getting deflected off Diarmi, and then of course he set up Perez's goal that won us the game later on. Of course, that win proved really crucial in terms of winning the Championship title. Then the Premier League. I remember that cracking goal to finish off a counter-attack when we beat West Ham 3-2 in the first season back. I think also he absolutely destroyed Zabaleta, twice that season, and set up a goal for Diarmi, the ex-West Ham man. And that game, remember also, even under Steve Bruce's first season, setting up Joe Linton, his first goal when we beat Tottenham 1-0, and then that pass to Shelby, that cracking strike when we drew against Man City. But yes, my thoughts do go out to his family and everyone else affected by the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Rest in peace to Christian Atsu. I've even seen a free kick that he scored for his club in Turkey. I can't remember who it was. He scored the free kick when they won a game 2-1 the day before the earthquake. So yeah, just really sad and shocking news. In terms of the goalkeeper situation, we'll finish on this. Obviously, Dubravka's cup tied. Darlow was sent out on loan to Hull. So obviously there's questions, Karius or Gillespie. To me, it's Karius all day. He hasn't made a first team appearance yet, but he played really well in that. I was impressed with him in the friend against Al Hilal during the World Cup break. In that, he only played the 45 minutes, but he definitely played well. I mean, he's got to be better than Gillespie. Gillespie, I didn't watch that full game actually, but it looked like Gillespie looked a bit shaky in that game, and I wasn't at this game either, but he played for the under-23s last season against Southampton, had an absolute nightmare. I mean, this is a lad who, yes, the SPFL, EFL's not on the level of the Premier League, but he's played that level, and I think he's got to have done well in those games in the under-23s, and just struggled. So yes, definitely Karius in goal. I know what happened to him against Real Madrid. But we've just got to get behind the lad. And, who knows what could happen. I mean, we're seeing Darlow written off towards the end of that 15-16 season when he came in for Rob Elliott, and he did well. So hopefully Karius and the rest of the lads will do well. I mean, if we lost the game, we're not favourites. I mean, Man United is still favourites even if Pope was playing. But obviously it's down to the whole 11. I guess the positive news is that Bruno will be back for the game, because you could probably say, well, missed him. I'd be probably looking to play him, Sean Longstaff and Joe Linton in the midfield for that cup final, which I've got my ticket for. I mean, I'm not going to put it on screen because the barcodes, I mean, you don't be putting your barcodes on. I mean, don't be putting your barcodes on just in case some idiot wants to scan them and potentially you might not get in because of it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. Let us know what you thought of the match. Hopefully, and of course, looking ahead to the cup final, hopefully Man United will get taken extra time against Barcelona on Thursday night before the game. Hopefully I'll get some footage from midday in London, and you know what, it should be a cracking day out regardless of the result, just being in the cup final. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel, check out my social media pages in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.